Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to bring you some Glassnode on-chain analysis and also take a look at some of the charts in Bitcoin. I want to show you what I see and why I still feel optimistic or positive about the price potentially still doing well and going up in the future. If it's an interesting, in the near future. If it's an interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. I'm going to show you this. The Glassnode charts that we're going to take a look at is this one here, the balanced price. I'm going to show you the MVRV score, which is this next one here, which is, I'm clicking it, it's loading. It's getting there. This one here. And I want to show you the net unrealized profit lost, NUPL. And I want to show you what I see in this because it really does show me something that's very different to most crashing structures, because that's what we've seen. We saw a massive Bitcoin crash, and essentially that usually tends to mean that trend is reversing based on what we're seeing, right? Because, you know, it's broken key resistant levels and things like that. And I'm just going to grab up a few charts. So before I go into the whole Glassnode side, let's take a look at this. This is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. And by the way, this is not financial advice. Do your further research, you know, if you decide to buy Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. We have broken this important line, which is the 200-week moving average. It's the red line here, right? If you want to grab it up, you can. If you're someone new and wants to, you know, check out indicators, you type in moving average or moving, it comes up, look, moving average. I use the simple one, right? So when you come over here, you can see in the past, this moving average has been very significant because it's always shown where the bottoms of bear markets have held support. You see it on 2017 to 2018s, came down here, held support here. We saw a massive short rally. Then we saw the Black Swan event, which is the C19. Look, we saw a peak underneath, but then we started to see some body candles come back above and hold support off this red line. So it's significant. Let's take a look back. 2015 structure. So we've got 2013, 2014 cycles. So we've got the bear market. It rides into 2015, yeah, and then you can see here it's holding support on this red line. So the first time we ever broke it was this first actual bear market, which is what you see down here, right? And you can see it took a long time to try and get back above. When it tried to, it resisted over here. It couldn't break above, and then it fell down. And then we saw the second time come up. There was this little test here that it couldn't break above. Let me just go like this, make it yellow, because I don't know, I prefer the yellow. It tried to break it here and it couldn't do it. Little test, it fell back down, then it finally broke above. And we've been above it for the last few weeks, right? Maybe last 12, 15 weeks, maybe. I don't know how many candles that is. But we recently broke it. So for me, I would want to see Bitcoin come back above here. If it doesn't, usually it means the trend is reversing and we could see prices fall back down, right? And if that happens, fine. Where are we going to go to? What kind of prices are we looking at? So over here, this is the Keltner channel. I've been showing you this for a while, and I've always told you in the past, whenever we see a bullish rally, when prices are going up, it usually remains between certain levels of this Keltner channel. So we've got two blue lines and a yellow line, which is in the middle. So this is the last bear cycle we had right back in 2015. You know, well, many people have been comparing this cycle we're in now to 2015's. Right, and when we finally broke out of it here, we came riding up, and you can see we bounced in between these two lines. And I showed you in the last one. If you're new here, I'm going to show you again real quick. Trying to find my where's my thingy gone? I had, where is it? My little drawing thing. Here we go. My little brushing. I just want to show you my examples of bounce, right? Bouncing here, bouncing off this yellow line, bouncing off this yellow line, bouncing off the yellow line, bouncing, constantly bounced off this yellow line, right? Holding it as support. But I also said if we ever see it break this yellow line and we start seeing candles underneath, it's likely that's a sign of the trend reversal, which means at some point you're going to see Bitcoin's price come falling through and piercing through this blue line in the future, which is what we saw right here. Right, so these are the things that I'm thinking about when it comes now down to what's going to happen here. We've broken this line, but we haven't seen any candles print underneath yet. So by come the end of today, if this is underneath, this will be the first candle that we see underneath this yellow line, which could mean a trend reversal. But here's the thing. Is it going to be short-lived? Meaning, like, when you look at the C19 event, this one here, this was short-lived. You know, like we saw a massive break, came straight down and came straight back up again, V-shaped recovery. Would we see something like that? And I think it's possible that we could if we do. Meaning if the next candle that we have is underneath this yellow line, we might potentially see another fall down in price, pierce through this blue line, and then all of a sudden comes back up like a V-shaped recovery. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to explain my reasons why by looking at the the Glassnode analysis. So Glassnode is designed to give you more data, which you see on chain, that does not show on the exchanges. A lot of the times when you look at things like TradingView, the reason people are able to use this data is because they're getting this information a lot of the time from exchanges, which is why when you click on Bitcoin, you search Bitcoin, it says what kind of exchange do you want to use. You've got the Coinbase, the Binance, the Bitfinex, Kraken. That's where they're getting this information from a lot of the time. But Glassnode shows you information that is off the exchange, shows you what big wallets are doing, big money's doing, and everything else. And that's how it wraps up this data, and it's powerful. It really is. So let's start with this net unrealized profits, right? Does it have a quick explanation? It talks about the difference between relative unrealized profit and relative unrealized loss. So for example, let's say you bought a coin. You bought a coin just now, it's fallen in price, but you haven't sold it. That's called unrealized profits. You haven't sold it yet, you're still holding on to it. The same works if people buy it. You may have bought a coin, Pepe, and it's gone up in price and you're still in profits, but you haven't sold it yet. That's called unrealized profits, right? Net unrealized loss and profits. And that's how this chart works. So if you take a look in the past, when we've seen the depths of the bear market, it comes down red down here, look. And this black line represents the Bitcoin's price, right? And then obviously you've got the rainbow colored. So every top of the cycle, we're seeing this euphoric blue color, green and then euphoric blue. And then every bear market, we see the yellows, the dark orange, and then the red. That's the bottom. And whenever we've seen a massive crash or big sell-off, for example, because we saw double bottom in the last 2015 cycle, you can see it came down crashing and it turned red. But if you have a look at where we are right now, on the very far right hand side, we're yellow. We haven't even turned red. So that massive $1 billion liquidation, when you look at it off chain, or on chain but off on Glassnode analysis, it shows that actually it wasn't as steep as what we've seen in many other massive sell-offs in a bear market. Should this considered to be a bear market or push it into a bear market? It's as if the whole market is acting like we're here, like we're out of the bear market. Yeah, we saw a little crashing structure or a sell-off, but we're still in this yellow phase. So that was the first thing that made me think, well, okay, well, maybe it's not going to be as bad as what people think. Yeah, we might see another pull down, but it might be short-lived is what I'm saying. Let's take a look at the MVRV score. The MVRV score is powerful, and I'm going to show you why. So the score evaluates whether Bitcoin is overvalued or undervalued relative to its fair value. So essentially, all you need to care about to make it clean and simple for your kid, like if you're a kid watching or someone that doesn't understand these words, but it's just super simple. When it's in this green zone down here, that's usually the bottom of the market. That's usually the good time to be buying. And most people make serious money just by watching this MVRV score indicator chart, because if it's in this green zone, it's going to be the best time to buy. And you can see it on the charts. Every time we've seen a massive fall off and it's been a bear market, look, right down here, 2015's one, it's whenever this orange line has come down into the green, it's the best time to be buying. That's life-changing times to be buying. You buy here, it will change your life in the future. So when you come over to the right-hand side now, I'm going to push it up, just focus on this green area. Look, so we've got 2018's bottom cycle. Look, crash down, and you can see here, look, we crashed, we came right, this orange line came right into this green zone, the perfect buy entry. And then look at where we are 2022, 2023. We was in that green zone down here. I'm just going to come to the right hand. We were in this green zone, but we're out of it now. So even though we've seen just a massive $1 billion liquidated in, trades, look at it, it hasn't dragged us down into this green zone. Again, it's playing out as if we're like if you go back to 2015, 2016 cycle, it's playing out like we're somewhere here. Like, we're out of the green zone and we're somewhere here. And that's why I'm looking at this stuff and I'm thinking, well, yes, maybe it's just we've just seen a lot of manipulation due to greed. People, big institutions being greedy, trying to take retail's money through selling crazy amounts, short in the market, long in the market. You know, they're probably seeing a load of longs being stacked up, thinking we could take that money, let's just short it and just wipe out everyone and take billions. That's what I think is really going on here. I don't think the long term of the market is going to be really heavily affected. I might be wrong, time will tell, but it just looks like it doesn't look like we're coming down and going to be testing. If we come down and test into this green zone again, see it as the lifetime of an opportunity. The opportunity that you missed the bottom before, you might have a second opportunity if it comes down into this green zone to buy again. Because I sure as hell will, right? Let's take a look at the balanced price. So usually gives you a balanced price based on, what's it based on? Let's have a quick look. Balanced price is the difference between realized price and transfer price. Okay, so the transfer price is a cumulative sum of coin days destroyed in US dollars. Okay, so what I like doing when I look at this is, just from pure sight, you can see every time we've marked the bottom of the cycle, this black line, which is the price of Bitcoin, has always come down and tested this orange line. It's come, hovered and bounced, it's sitting on this bottom line. It could almost work like a 200 week moving average, if you like, but it's always come down and touched this line, which they would consider to be the most balanced price, meaning that, this is where the price should be, balanced. Right, and you can see when we've always hit the bottom of the markets, that's where it's always come down to. Have a massive rally, price falls down, which is the black line. The black line's falling in price, and it comes right down to this balanced price, and it hovers and it remains there. Again, look, you can see down here, this is when we hit this bottom. I told you we had a double bottom. First one was there, we hit the orange line. Second time we hit the orange line, that's where the balanced price was, and that's where it felt like it should be. So, we've just seen a whole $1 billion been liquidated, but look at where the black line is right now. We're still way above this balanced price. What's the worst case scenario that Bitcoin can go to? Well, I think that it would come down to this balanced price. It doesn't. If we was to see another crash, I don't think we're going to go any lower than $15,428. That would be a massive drop. It could be short-lived. Again, I'm not saying it's going to do that, but that's where the balanced price is, $15,428. If the market starts to rally upwards, then this orange line is going to go up with it. But this is on-chain data that you do not get off exchanges. Right, so this for me would be our worst possible outcome, and it's saying the orange balanced price is $15,428. Let's see what happens though, right? Let's see. But I feel like it'd be if we saw something like that, it would just be short-lived. Everyone would be rushing to buy it. So the reserve risk. So when I was talking to you earlier about where investors, big money, feel like this is the time to buy and sell, this was the chart that I was on about. It does look similar to the, is it the MVRV score? You can see that they both got a red and a green line, but I'll explain it more on this. So investors feel most confident investing in crypto when it's in this green zone. Now, we've been in this green zone for a while. This is the best times to be buying your crypto, because, that's where we are. We're in this green zone. This is where they feel more confident to buy, the big investors. And you can see we're still in this area. We actually peaked underneath it for the first time. I'll come up so you can see. We peaked underneath it, and we hadn't been underneath it for that long. I guess that was the most capitulative event when we was right down at 15,000, and we're now back in this green zone slowly coming up. So, still good times to buy. Like, if you look at the red zone, you've got a red zone up here. These are going to be the best times to sell when we see this orange line come up and peak into this red area. Peaked up in here, and you see 2018 peaked up in here. But actually, it didn't even come up on this last cycle. It didn't even peak up in here. So is it going to do it again? I don't know. Time will tell. Is it forming some sort of a descending pattern? I'm going to have to look into it. I don't know. Can you draw lines on this? I haven't even looked to see if I can draw lines or anything on this. They don't give me any. Sometimes you've got like some little thing where you can create lines and stuff. But anyway, I'll come back to that anyway. So I just wanted to show you that for me, this still is a good time to be buying crypto. What else have we got over here? I've got the exchange balance. Not too fussed about that. Just want to see if there's anything else. These hodl waves are good. Like, it shows obviously when this heated red line is right up here, like just coming up, that's when you know we're reaching the tops of the markets. And you can see we're in a cool off period, because if you look on the right hand side, we're still down here. There's no heat. There's no serious red heated lines coming up signifying the tops of the market is in. So we've got time. you know, time to invest, time to stack up on the favorite coins that you like and everything else. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this, show you a different perspective of the market by showing you Glassnode analysis. What do you think? Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this stuff. Is it helpful to you? If it is, drop that like, give me a subscribe. I'm going to keep watching this and I will keep sharing this to you. Patreon see this first, so if you don't want to miss this stuff and get a quick edge on this market and understand what you're doing clearly, I show them lots of things on my Patreon. Become a Patreon. Let me grab it up. I help them with all sorts of things. They can see when I'm buying and when I'm selling, all this stuff. They've got Excel sheets that can guide them on their crypto journey. You can have this too. It's over here. So yeah, you know, my exclusive VIP partner tier, this will unlock everything. So you can see when I'm buying, selling, staking, Excel sheets, NFT in the lot, Glassnode in, normal analysis, everything. Yeah, that one right there. If you can't afford it, my next tier above, my CEO tier, gives you access to my super alerts. Nope, usually I type super. Usually I type super and it comes up. There we go. Well, yeah. And this one, you know, got big money in this space. It's basically you get access to my VIP Telegram group on top of everything else I just mentioned. But over there, there's big money, sharing great projects. They know how to make money. And, you know, you can get a quick edge on the market just by coming over there. It's a powerful network. And that's what this crypto space is about, having a strong network of people that know what they're doing in this space and know how to make money. Essentially, that's what we're here for, right? To make money. So, you know, come over there, mingle with them and check them out. I'm in there all the time. You can come talk to me anytime. I'm just quick message to my phone. You know, you drop something, I just come and say ping just on my phone and I'll be talking to you. So guys, thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.